What's her name? That's a beautiful name.
So, hey YouTube, this is our new Cherokee for the channel here. We've just been Honda videos so far, but we found this. We found this Cherokee for a really good deal. It's pretty straight.
Yeah, and they just took all the seats out.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be very eventful taking all of this out, but turns out there's a little more rust in it than I thought. So
now we don't feel bad for getting that good deal.
Butt shot.
Oh look, you could see me in the reflection. Hello.
Butt shot. I just.
Woo, a little bit of rust.
yeah.
Sweet headliner though.
Yeah. Well, I think the sweet headliner is from where the rust came from. I'll show you.
We think there might be something hiding under the headliner.
Somebody has made a repair here. You want to come up here? Take the camera. You want to see it?
I don't know if I'm tall enough.
So someone's made a attempt to repair something right here. I don't know if there was a headlight here or a spotlight here at one time or what, but we will see. But they've used silicone, which is never good, so I'm gonna end up cutting this out and making a new piece of metal here. That'll be fun. That's the project for another day. But just a few things we're gonna have to do to it. So I'm gonna plan on just removing all the seats, scuffing it all up, and then maybe bed linering it all the way through. So you can see someone's already tried some rust converter here. Should have used it there. So I'm gonna have to cut that out and make another piece of metal to go in there. And it'd be a little metal work back here, but this doesn't, I think this is just mostly surface. So
Yeah, it's not too bad.
yeah, a little converter will be fine.
There's some holes right here.
Yep, so I pulled the drain plugs out because you want the drain plugs to be out when you're painting, so that you can put things back and it looks cleaner
Good to know. It smells.
that way. I'm probably gonna take the roof rack off, even though it's a pretty nice little roof rack. I'm sure it was not cheap. Engine compartment's pretty uneventful. It's completely stock. So yeah, they don't look terrible.
I took a peek under the covers.
So this is the it's just the 4.0 straight 6 good little engines. I've worked on them for a while, so I'll be doing a bunch of videos on all the maintenance and whatnot on this, but there's nothing to actually fix. It runs and drives really good.
You did that thing with that little tube you showed me.
Oh yeah, there was a little vacuum leak, but all I did was put the actual boot on it that actually is supposed to go there instead of the other piece of rubber that went there.
And stuff flooded inside of the seat thing that you put your feet on.
Yep, so while we were washing the car out, water came in here. Well, while I was washing the engine compartment, water came in here. So there's a hole somewhere, so we'll find that. I'm gonna pull all this rubber matting out here.
That's probably what the floor rust is from.
And you can see this is like really wet, so
No, the leak's not.
we'll take all that out and take a look.
From the front.
So, but yeah, anyway, be a nice little project. I wasn't gonna video this because all I've done to it so far is just clean it, but paint's not bad. I'll probably do a couple videos on how to redo clear coat on this because the clear coat's pretty gone, pretty sun damaged, but picked it up for a really good deal. It's got a rough country lift on it. I don't know if it's a 2 or maybe a 3-inch lift, but it's all rough country stuff, so I'll get into that eventually, I'm sure, replacing bushings and whatnot. But yeah, this is the 96 Jeep Cherokee Classic. I think it's a SE is what they call it. So yeah, anyway, look forward to making some videos for you guys.
You show them the worst rust spot.
Yeah, I've already showed
Ooh,
them.
that's bad. That needs welded.
Yeah, I'll just cut that and weld a piece in. It'll be fine. I gotta look under there and make sure there's no like fuel lines or anything though, before we get too crazy. But yeah, and then I'll be taking this headliner off. Probably put it back because it seems pretty nice, but
It's really nice.
I have a feeling that they put a new headliner in it from the water damage, so I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I actually think, now that you mention it, I actually think that water damage maybe the floor is just rusty from where it's leaking up under the engine compartment.
Yeah, but water doesn't get back here from that.
I know, but look at how nice the top looks.
Well,
And
from
they
that
didn't
corner.
do anything.
The corner over there.
Oh, maybe the corner.
We'll see.
Let's hope for the best.
Anyway,
Looks like we'll have to maybe rattle can this
I was about to take this off. and-
because I want to keep the roof rack, but it looks like there's a little bit of rust here too.
Yeah.
And so we want to just get rid of anything that's rusting, even if it's not bad. Just do some rust control.
We'll see. See how it goes.
I'm stuck.
All right. Well, anyway, this is just the introductory video for this car. I'll be doing, like I said, I'll be doing some maintenance videos on all the different things that I do to it. So, decided to video this project. I've done quite a few restorations to cars and stuff, but figured I'd video this one. All right.
Goodbye.
You gonna say goodbye, Eric?
Yep. Goodbye.
All right. See you, YouTube. All right, so it's finally all stripped. Took all the seats out and kind of scraped off a bunch of the rust. I got some more to do. It's gonna be my seat so I can park it in the garage. That is for the.
Is it okay to put it in?
Yeah, that's fine. That's for the tow lights and stuff. So got a little bit of rust repair to do tomorrow, but I'm gonna put it in the garage and let it all dry out. Got this headliner off. Let's see. There was a little. Oh, these are the roof rack, spare tire, and regular rack. So that little patch over here, what the other, well, I don't know if it was the original owner or whoever had it, but what they did was they filled this with spray foam. No, that's not it. This stuff, filled it with spray foam and then put Bondo and fiberglass over it, which they filled the whole pillar with it. You can see a bunch in here. So realistically, it's supposed to be a drain right there for this drain to go down and away. Actually, no, I guess it's not supposed to be. But anyway, putting all that foam in there kept whatever water did get in there right here. So this isn't bad. I know it looks bad, but I'll spray some rust converter in there and it'll be good. You can see it from the inside. So it doesn't go too deep. It's just right. It's basically to here. And you can kind of see the line that I drew here. I got this all taped out and I'm gonna cut all this metal off right here. And I'm gonna pull the seal down and get probably as close as I can to this edge, and then I'll bend some metal a little bit and then weld in a fresh piece, spray it, and never know the difference. I'll probably cut this out too. You can kind of see it's bubbly. It's hard to focus on it. It's overcast. Anyway, I'm gonna clean that up, clean all that. Yep. I'm probably gonna bed line all this on the bottom. I think it'll keep the noise and the heat down, especially from the tunnel here. And then should look good. I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna put the headliner back or if I'm just gonna bed line that. Probably put the headliner back. It'll probably keep it a lot quieter. So anyway, that's the progress. I'm gonna try out a time lapse probably tomorrow on hitting all this with the paint and rust removal tool, and then I'll bed line it or tape everything off and bed line it. I'm probably gonna take more of this this trim right here, probably gonna take all that off just so I don't have to be super careful while I'm painting. That bed liner gets everywhere. I've done it a couple times. So anyway, all right, well, just keeping you updated here. This is gonna be the worst part of the rust repair, I think. I think everything else on the body, like these edges here, this edge here, you know, just wear and tear. And then I'm gonna have to fix this clear coat too, so that'll be fun. But this is definitely gonna be the most technical part of the whole thing so far anyway. But I've taken everything out now, so there shouldn't be any more real surprises. I know what I'm working with now, so. And it's still pretty good. I got it for under $4,000, so it runs great. 4-wheel drive works good. It's got front and rear receivers, got some fancy Fox stuff. But yeah, anyway, all right, got it in the garage. So now I'm gonna hit it with the stripping wheel here. I'm gonna see what it looks like underneath these bubbles here. I'm sure it's just from the rust, but anyway, you can see the line that I cut here, or not cut, but kind of scribed. That's where I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna try to keep off of this flat, or this little structure they put in there, just to keep the vibration down. And then I'm gonna cut in here all along that, and then what you do, I'll just go over right now. What you do is you take some blue tape. I already did it. And you tape out where you're gonna cut, and that way you take your three-dimensional shape. So it's gonna be like that. You take your three-dimensional shape with the curvature and everything, and then this way, when you stick this to a piece of flat metal, it should give you enough shape and size so that you can get the proper curve that you're looking for here. Because when I smash this curve out that's here onto the metal, it will flatten out big enough to give me enough room to give that curve. So yep. So anyway, I'm gonna try to set you up and so you can watch the stripping wheel here. Let's see. So just a little stripping wheel. I'm gonna take the paint off. It shouldn't take metal, I don't think, unless it's really bad metal, which that is, so I'm a little worried about it. But I'm gonna set the tripod up here. And try not to drop the phone. Super good, but it's alright. Alright, so you can see I took out all those bubbles, and what was causing the bubbling was there was a bunch of Bondo that was used up here. There's still some right here, but either it wasn't mixed right or it was the paint was put on too fast. There wasn't enough primer. Anyway, something wasn't mixed right. So what I'm gonna do is I don't want to replace this because this shape will be really difficult for me to make. I don't really have a lot of metalworking tools, but what I'm gonna try to do is I'll probably just fill that with the welder, fill all these holes with the welder, then sand it or grind it smooth, and that should be fine. I'm just gonna cut out the really bad stuff here and here, cut out in here. I could probably get away with filling a couple of those, but I'll probably just redo my tape to incorporate that. So should be good. It'll be a much better job than what they did. And once I get this off, I'll come in here and I will go in and remove as much of this spray foam. You can see it in there. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it here. Let's see. Switch you up. Hopefully you're not too crooked here. Let's see. got a little bit more. I didn't want to get too crazy though. I didn't want to accidentally hit the windshield. Then we'll just give it a little of this, and it'll come right off. There we go. There's that piece, and like I said, I'll vacuum all this out and hit it with some rust preventer. It's already got some in here from the factory, I would assume. But that can only do so much. And here, I'll take you over here. See if I can flip it. There we go. So you can see, cut this out. And what I'm gonna do is, I didn't want to get my shape too weird. It's a lot easier when you have squares or circles or whatever. So it's already gonna have kind of an L shape here. So decided to try to keep it as simple as I can. So next cut will be from probably here, and then straight across. And then what I'll do is, since I had to cut more than I had taped out, I'll just run the tape again, and hopefully I give myself enough so that I can get this curve here. And it's always nice to have like the piece of metal that you're going for, so you can kind of match it up. So it should be fine. But yeah, you can see how bad it was in here. And I think it was leaking probably at one point, and then whoever decided to fix it added this foam in here and probably made the problem a lot worse, because then the water couldn't go anywhere, because they have put a new headliner in too. So I would assume that this leaked, ruined the headliner. They patched this as best they could, and then now we're here. So we're gonna do it, probably not as right as some people will, but it's right enough for me. And now I don't have the metal with me, but I know the gauge thickness now, so I can go match that up at the harbor, or at the parts store here, or not parts store, the shoot, it's getting late. The hardware store. I'll go grab some metal from there and match it up and move on from there. So, all right. Well, have a good one. All right, the rest is cut off now. You can kind of see all the spray foam in here. See if I can get some out there. It's so funny. The other reason I gotta get all this out is I'm gonna weld it, so this will catch on fire. So get all that out. I think it's good. It's funny because the rust literally stops as soon as you get past all the spray foam. So it probably wasn't this bad until they did their little spray foam trick. You can see it's still in there. You can see if I can grab some. End of the day, tool bench is getting a little bad. Maybe some needle nose will work. Sheesh. Yikes. Well, we'll get most of it out, I think. Some of it will probably stay, and hopefully it's that fire-resistant kind. We'll see. Sheesh. Alright, let me grab a vacuum. It didn't like something. Oh, it's about a foam. Good. All right, last video for day one. I've got all the spray foam out as much as I could. I think pretty much all of it. And I went through and I scraped all this and kind of tapped everything. Everything seems fine. So I'm gonna use this Rust Fix Duplicolor. It's basically just a rust converter. They make paint instead of a spray paint version. They make a brush on that is much better, but this will work. And so I'm just trying to get coverage up in there as much as I can. I'm not too worried about all this because I'm going to be doing more stuff to that anyway. So I'm just right now I'm just hitting this, and then I'm going to let it dry good. And tomorrow I'm going to pick up the metal and then cut out that shape and get it tacked in and welded up, and then I'll probably paint it up, and yeah, and then it'll be all done, and then we'll move on to the inside, and then I can park it back outside again. But until that happens, I guess I have to put the roof rack on too because these holes go all the way through. Oh well. So let's see how this goes here. So it goes on clear and then dries black for rust. So we'll see what this looks like after it dries. Yeah, I guess if it's just rust converter, it wouldn't help hitting all this stuff, or wouldn't hurt hitting all this stuff. All right, so I guess we'll just let that dry and see. Let's see how long it says here. Contains the good stuff. Let's see. 2 minutes between coats, and let it dry for 24 hours. Yep. So it says just wait till it turns black anyway. It doesn't say, it says final coat is 24 hours for you to paint it, but I'm not going to be painting in there. It just says it'll be dry when it turns black. So I'll check it out tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be good. All right, well, hope you guys are enjoying the project. There will probably be cooler videos coming. This is just kind of the major issue that I've found so far. And I don't even really consider this a major issue, really. It's from 1996, so if this is the worst it's got, then that's great. All right, that's enough for day one. All right, have a good one.